One of the questions I often get asked is, what do I need to do, be, or have to become a menopause coach? There are no real prerequisites other than really genuinely caring about people. You need to be patient. You need to learn to listen on a deeper level than you've ever imagined possible. Now, if you're already a therapist or a counsellor, then you'll have already started developing those skills. Equally, if you're a coach, you'll have developed those skills as well. We all do, but as a menopause coach, that listening ability, that opportunity to create a psychologically safe space for people is absolutely paramount. The fact is, we all have our own unique journey through menopause. And when we're looking for help and support, we need to know that someone that is supporting us has got the right training, knows what their boundaries are, and when to pass us off to another specialist or someone else that can help us support. When I set up the menopause coaching program, it was really important to me that we knew what our boundaries and responsibilities were. So why is that? Well, when I went through my own journey, I didn't even know that I was menopausal. It turns out that I went straight into menopause at 37 when I had my son, but I was completely clueless. I had no clue that my periods had stopped. It resulted in me leaving my job thinking I had early onset dementia in my early 40s. And it was only when I went to see my doctor that I found out that I was post-menopausal. I don't want anyone else going on that journey, but equally I don't want any of us to be giving advice that isn't the right type of advice, help and support. So what do I mean by that? Well, when we talk about menopause coaching, we are never giving advice. We never ever go and tell someone what they should do, how they should do it, or share what we did when we went through our own menopause. Not all menopause coaches have been through menopause. Some aren't at that stage yet, and some people never will go through menopause. You're there to walk hand in hand alongside somebody as they create their own personal menopause plan and their journey to successfully navigate menopause. You're going to be trained so that you know the right questions to ask. You're going to be able to stimulate their thinking, give them a safe space psychologically to be able to think clearly. You might be the only person that's actually listened to them and heard what they've got to say. That in itself is an incredible gift to give to somebody at a time of life that can be very, very stressful, very confusing, and that's one of the gifts of being a menopause coach. You get to work with your clients in a way that is entirely non-judgmental. You will be trained to listen so that you can really hear what your clients are going to say. You'll know the right questions to ask at the right time so that you can support them to make the right decisions for themselves. We'll be teaching you coaching techniques. We'll go into the GROW model of coaching, and one of my graduates actually is going to be leading on part of that program with you. It's completely normal for people to worry about being the right fit to do a program or a course, and it can be really confusing to know what the right course is for you. But I would invite you to trust your guts. I would let you know if I spoke to you whether or not this program is going to fit with what you're looking for. When it comes to prerequisites, if you genuinely want to help people going through menopause, I just want to remind you that you're already amazing. You come at this with huge skills, knowledge and experience. And when we combine that with the menopause coaching diploma, you are going to be perfectly placed to make sure that you can help people successfully navigate menopause. We don't leave any of our students wondering, now what do we do by the time they get to the end of the program, because built into the program is an opportunity to look at all the areas that we can work. And there are many areas. Healthcare is an incredible place where you can start to offer this service. Schools are another place where predominantly it's women that are working. Teachers are desperate to know how on earth they manage their way through menopause. At the moment, it is so difficult for schools to get teachers, to attract and retain talent, that they are really keen to bring people in to support their teachers that are already there. When we look around the corporate world, wow, I think that's pretty obvious. Women are the fastest growing economically active group. We know that employers, if they've already managed to bring an incredible woman into their business, then they're definitely going to be ready to have a conversation about how they keep them there as well. Many people will come to the program and they just want to give back. They want to work with their local community. One of the things I do is work with my local Somali community here in Bristol, and that's just one of the ways I like to give back to make sure that we reach all parts of society. The opportunities are really only limited by your imagination, and I'm here 100% of the way to make sure that you know how you're going to package your program, price your program if that's what you're going to do, and how you're going to bring people on that journey with you. One of the things I get asked about most is certification. How on earth can you make sense of myriads of opportunities out there to become a menopause coach? Do you just use your own experience and go out there and start helping people? Or do you look for a certified program that comes with an incredible array of experts? What's your learning style like? Are you someone who's very disciplined and turn up and just do the weekly session that's been emailed to you with that video that you need to watch? Or do you want to have a regular time every week that you can get together with your community, be trained by trusted experts who are at the top of their game? Do you want to be in a position where you've got ongoing support after the course as well? Do you want to make sure that if you've missed a class that you've got a learning portal where you can catch up? Do you want to just have those light touches of check-in every week to make sure that you've really understood the material so you don't get too far into the program and then suddenly realise that you didn't quite capture something early on? Really, I just invite you to think about what's your learning style? What depth of learning do you want? Do you want to have that community and ongoing support even after you've finished the course? What's your commitment to your own personal and professional development? Is certification important to you? Take time just to think about the right course, the right path for you.
If you're looking to deepen your understanding or help others navigate their way through menopause, our website has even more resources and training programs just for you. Visit us at womenofacertainstage.com to learn more and join our supportive community. I look forward to seeing you there.